Hello and welcome to day 4 of 5 minutes of yoga. My name is Inga and today we're going to be focusing all on the hips. So we're actually going to get started with our legs straight out in front of us. You're going to do this and you're going to just start by pointing and flexing your feet. Yeah, really simple. You might be able to feel this in the back of your hamstrings. You might be able to feel this in your hips. And you're really just focusing on sitting upright, so not rounding forward, sitting up tall, and then feeling those legs. Now I want you to flex your toes back and hold. And then start to turn in your hip joint. So it's a little bit different. So you're going to kind of just turn your legs from side to side. You should be able to feel your hips moving. Yeah, good. A couple more just like this. If it feels too uncomfortable in your calves or in your hamstrings to flex the feet, always relax the feet as you do this, but you're kind of just moving that hip joint here. Good. Kind of go back through center here. We'll take the left ankle to the right knee. Just in a gentle figure 4. Now you'll want to put one hand here, one hand on your ankle, and you're going to just gently lean forward. This might feel like a lot already. We're going to come back to the stretch, take a double pigeon here. If it does, again, you can always back off or just kind of not necessarily put pressure on here, but just breathe through it. Good. One more big breath while we're here. Good, let's release that leg out and we'll switch sides. So right ankle comes over to the left knee. Right hand on the knee here, left hand on the ankle, just a gentle lean forward, being very soft here. We're not going to get too deep into opening our hips. We're only here for 5 minutes. We're just getting a little bit of a stretch here. You can also do this exercise seated or standing as well. It's all great, or even on your back as well. Good. We're going to get all the different portions of the hips, outer hips, inner hips. Get some more movement in there. Good, let's release that right leg. And we're going to make a butterfly here. But I want you to make a wide diamond. So bring those feet far away from you. And then you're just going to gently lean forward. Now this, you might feel it kind of from the tailbone outside, the outside of the leg. I feel a little bit more here on my left than on my right. Good. Nice deep breaths. You might be able to come even further forward. But again, notice, are you starting to round your back? We're trying to keep the back here upright so that way we can really just focus on the hips. Good, you're going to slowly come up, take that left foot in, and you're going to bring it just slightly over to the right. Good, hands come to the outsides of the knees. This time you're going to lean forward again. Now we're bringing that intensity to that right leg. I'm pretty flexible in my hips, so I can come a little bit further. But again, if you're upright here, that's also okay. Nice deep breaths. Good, come up. Let's take that left foot out. Right foot comes in. And then just slightly over to the left. Good, hands to the outsides and then lean forward. If you ever can't feel anything, you can play around with how far away your feet are or how kind of crisscross they are here as well. Good, nice deep breaths. Good, one more breath here. Let's come up and then let's take a tight butterfly. So soles of the feet together. We're going to walk ourselves as far forward as you can, and you can notice that your knees are going to go up a little bit higher than they would. You might be flat on the ground here. Again, gentle lean forward. We're not rounding in the spine. We're keeping it nice and long so we can feel it primarily here in our hips. Nice deep breaths. Good. A little bit more mobility before we get into a little bit of a deeper stretch here. So I'm going to have you bring your hands back behind you. You're going to start with the right leg lifted, and you're going to just start with a circle of the hip. You can lay down if this feels good, and again, if you want, you can stand up as well. So there's lots of options, and then reverse. But you're just moving in that hip joint. Your pelvis isn't moving. You're not kind of all over the place here. You're just moving in that hip. Good. Let's switch sides. So right foot down, left foot up, circle. Good. You should feel a little core engagement here, not putting too much pressure into the wrists. Good. Switch sides, reverse. Awesome, one more big circle here. Come back down. Now we're going to come back to the right leg, and then this time we're going to internally and externally rotate the foot. So all we're doing is taking the ankle in and the ankle out. So from this side you can see it. So external, internal, external, internal. And it might feel a little different here on that internal. It's not a pose that we do very often. Let's do one more on the right side, and then let's switch to the left. So left leg up, external and internal. External, it's ankle in, internal, ankle out. Good. And we're just moving in that one joint again. Good. One more. Good. Bring both feet down. We're going to come back to that figure 4 here. So left leg out, or right leg out, left leg up and over. Now, I want you to see if you can lean forward a little bit more. How much more depth can you be? If you want to change it up here, you can bend that right foot back and then start to lean forward. What we're looking for here in what's called fire leg pose or double pigeon, we're looking for the shins to be parallel, feet to be relaxed. Good. This is too much. You can always extend that bottom leg out. We're not doing anything flashy here. We're not here that long. Good, let's switch sides. So left leg out, right leg up and over, leaning forward or sending that leg back behind. You'll notice one hip might be a lot tighter than the other. Pregnancy has really been killing the right side of my hip. It's a little bit different than it would be normally. Good. One more big breath. All right, let's release the legs. You can bring them back straight out in front of you and just kind of shake them out. Great work, and thanks so much for joining me for day 5 of 5 minutes of yoga. If you haven't yet hit subscribe here on YouTube, please do so to get the first notification of the video, and I will see you tomorrow.